Hi, my name is Liz and welcome to the tiny treatery. And as you can tell, I'm outside. I'm on the way to the library to do work at a reserved individual study space for the next 3 hours. And then I will be going to the store to get ingredients for today's video, which was not my original plan. I had a different video planned and it flopped. The recipe failed, it didn't work. So I'm grumpy and I'm changing it and I'll be making edible brownie batter. So I guess come to the library with me and then we will go to the store and then we will meet back in the kitchen and actually make the batter. Made it back. Welcome to the kitchen. Here's the recipe, both of the original and tiny yield. Okay, so as you literally just saw, it consists of flour, sugar, butter, cocoa powder, salt, vanilla, heavy cream, and optional chocolate chips. I got the mini ones. So first things first, let's get measuring. Okay, so everything's measured out. The first step is to microwave the flour for 2 minutes. And the reason for this is because raw flour has the potential to contain bacteria. So by microwaving it and heating it up, the bacteria gets killed. Obviously, if you want to live on the edge, you don't have to do this, but better safe than sorry, right? Oh God. No! Please don't go off. No, 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 no! Okay, so my apartment smells burnt now. 2 minutes was too much. I Googled it. The temperature needs to get to 160 Fahrenheit. And this little blip says, you can do this by placing flour in a microwave-safe bowl and heating it up for up to 1 minute. So I don't know why the instructions on the recipe said 2 minutes, but I'm gonna try like 40 seconds because I'm scared. And I'll test it with my thermometer. It read to be like 190, so honestly 40 seconds was overkill. I cannot believe that person said 2 minutes. Though their recipe is 4 times bigger, so I guess there's that to consider, but whatever. Now melt the butter. So now that everything is properly prepared, pour the sugar into the butter and mix it. Fluff the flour up so that it's not clumpy from being heated. And then mix the dry ingredients, flour, cocoa powder, salt, into the butter and sugar. And then add in the vanilla and half the cream, and then keep adding more cream until you get the consistency that you want. Yeah, so all there is to do is stir everything together in the appropriate order. And then we'll have edible brownie batter. A very, very simple recipe, which also, by the way, has very simple measurements. You don't even need a scale. When I tinified the recipe, I did not use weight measurements because I wanted people to be able to do it at home more easily, because I know not everybody has a scale. So I'll put the amounts in the description and you can make your own brownie batter in about like 20 minutes. So let's stir it up. Oh, and after everything is stirred in, add an optional amount of chocolate chips to your liking. Welcome to the taste test couch. So since I'm eating edible brownie batter, I thought I would do the taste test from the couch instead. What brownie batter says to me as a dessert is like woman crying while eating chocolate and watching Netflix vibes. Like that's what this gives me. So in order to emulate that experience, I will be doing the taste test from the couch. All right, so let's address the elephant in the room. This looks like poo from a butt, so don't love that. I tried to put white chocolate on it to make it a little more decorative and make it look less like poo from a butt, but I don't think it helped. So it's just poo with a white substance on it now. But let's taste. It's a little doughier than I would have wanted. That's why I kept adding cream at the end, but oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is heavenly though. I wonder if the white chocolate kind of adds something. Kinda, yeah. Wow. I think I might like chocolate a lot more than I think I do. I don't identify as somebody that loves chocolate. I don't think of myself as like a chocolate fiend, but I feel like all of the chocolate-based desserts I've made on the channel have sent me into like spiritual ascension. They have all been the best ones. So I also thought of another segment to kind of pair with the crying on the couch. Wait. Let me get a clickbait thumbnail. I hope that works out. Okay, anyway, to kind of pair with the crying on the couch late at night eating chocolate vibes, I thought I would look up a list of sleepover questions for tweens. I don't have anybody here with me to have sleepover talk, so I'll just be having sleepover talk to you guys. Or in the literal sense, the camera, which is nobody. I just want to like settle in to a chill and casual vibe. I tend to get very wound up and particular and in like a very specific performance mode when I film my videos, and I don't want to do that all the time. I want to like relax a bit and just like be myself. And I think answering questions for tweens is the way to do that as someone who is 24. So grab yourself a snack, join the sleepover, and let's discuss these pressing topics. All right, so I have a list here. Have you ever licked someone's feet? No, that's disgusting and I will never do that. I don't even like looking at people's feet. I'm not gonna lick somebody's foot. I can't even believe that that's like on here. Have you ever dropped food on the floor and eaten it? Okay, this may come as a shock to people who know me very well, but you would think that the answer to this is no, because I am very particular about cleanliness, especially when it comes to food. I will not eat things that have fallen off of their delivery vehicle, being a dish. So if a crumb of something falls on the table, it's dirty and it's canceled. I will not eat it. But one time I was peeling a grapefruit with somebody, which I know is we're already getting into even more controversial territory because everybody hates grapefruit, but I like grapefruit. And I was eating grapefruit with somebody else that also likes grapefruit. And the way I eat grapefruit is that I peel every single segment and I just pile it onto a plate. And then at the very end, I just have this big heaping plate of the pulp of the grapefruit. And then I just kind of devour it like an animal. So we did that, and one of the segments fell onto the floor. And we picked it up and just like put it off to the side. And then after we completed peeling the grapefruit and we devoured all of it, we were like eyeing that segment. So technically it was still encased within the I don't know, the skin or whatever. Like, you know, you have to peel it out and take the pulp out. You don't eat that surrounding bit on a grapefruit like you do on an orange. And we were like, oh my god, are we like really gonna do this? And we thought about it and we peeled it and ate it because we were desperate and lustful for grapefruit. So yes, I have done that one time and that was the time. I love that some of these questions are very obviously for tweens. Like, who do you currently like? And then some of the other ones are like, who do you think has had the most hookups in this room? Like, how old are we? Are we 13 or are we 33? Like, what's going on? I don't understand this. Who do you like is what you ask to your friends in the 5th grade. But how many hookups have you had? Like, you have to be, hopefully, like a few years into your adulthood to be able to make this an interesting question. Anyway, I'm not answering either of them, so it doesn't matter. But, let me look. Do you pee in the pool when you go swimming? My answer to this is no. But word on the street from sources that I have is that athletes whose sport takes place in a pool might participate in the activity of pissing in the pool, apparently, on occasion. I don't know, freaks me out, but sound off in the comments if you're a water athlete and that's true. I guess. I don't really want to know that, I suppose, but also, fun fact, did you know that NFL players pee their pants? They're getting paid millions and millions of dollars a year to pee their pants on the field because they don't have time to like go to the bathroom because they gotta like go get the touchdown or whatever. So, food for thought. All those big tough men that play the $1 million sport, they're on the field in their pee-pee pants. Have you ever liked your friend's brother or sister? No, but honestly, I like wish I had. I feel like that's like such a TV trope that like you go to your friend's house that's a girl and then she has like a hot older brother, but I've never had that experience, and like no offense to all my friends that have older brothers, but it's just not been the case. Not that you would think they're hot. Anyway, what's the farthest you've gone? Europe. I know that's not the question, but I'm not answering the question, so. Have you ever liked someone of the same or opposite sex? I love this question because it is like kind of homophobic. Like the reason they're asking this is because it's like, have you ever had like gay thoughts? But then they try to make it like inclusive to gay people. So then they say, or have you ever had straight thoughts? Like they wanted to ask something that is inherently homophobic because the shock value is in if you have had gay thoughts. But then they realized they should be inclusive, but then they just sounded ridiculous because now they're trying to pretend that it's shocking to the culture to have a crush on someone of the opposite sex. Anyway, I'm just critiquing the questions and not even answering them. Who is the sexiest person here? Me. I should be like, the point is that I'm supposed to be eating my dessert and doing the questions. What's the worst grade you've ever received? So this depends on if it's an assignment or a class. And an assignment, I received many zeros for just not doing the assignment. But for an overall class grade, the worst I ever got was my first semester of undergrad when I got a C+ because I was digging around and not doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I overestimated how quickly I could get coding projects done in a coding language I had never used before. So I got like F's on 2 of them. So given that there were only 4 projects, that resulted in me getting a C+. And I had never gotten a C on like a transcript or anything in high school. So it tore me apart and I never let it happen again, and it was all uphill from there, baby. Don't let one failure get you down because the sky's the limit as long as you put your mind to it or something. I don't know, whatever. What's your ultimate fantasy? My ultimate fantasy is for tree nut allergies to be cured. I guess all allergies. That was pretty selfish. Just cure all food allergies, that's a good fantasy. But if I'm gonna be selfish about it, then tree nut allergies. Have you ever had diarrhea in a public place? Yes, but I was in 1st grade, so you can't make fun of me. Have you ever blown water out of your nose on a date? No. And I've also never done that, like ever, as far as I can recall. Though I put your snack down if you're eating, so I'm gonna say something gross. If it counts as water when you vomit and it also comes out your nose, then yes, water has come out of my nose, but not on a date. Okay, you can continue eating if you haven't been too scarred by that concept. Would you rather give up your computer or phone for 6 months? I would say phone, no question. My computer is absolutely everything to me. I cannot survive doing things on a phone. I'm too old. I can't look at that tiny little screen and try to navigate the internet and like log into logging into things on a phone like gives me hives. I can't do it. I have to have a computer. I need screen space. I need the expanse of pixels. But I do know some people would pick phone, and if that's you, please explain why in the comments because I don't relate and I don't understand. All right, so the last one is what is your worst nightmare? And I'm realizing now that I think that's asking in real life, like what is the worst thing that you could imagine happening to you? But I misinterpreted it, and I'm gonna go with my misinterpretation, and I'm gonna tell you about the scariest nightmare I've ever had. I have this written down somewhere, so I think I should check to get everything correct here. I found it. Okay, so the setting was that I was at my parents' house back home in Ohio, and I was taking a nap in my parents' room in the dream, which I also do in real life. So is that weird? I don't know. Their bed is way comfier than mine, so if that's embarrassing, there's an embarrassing tidbit for you. Anyway, and so in the dream, I was taking a nap in their bed, or like laying there, and they were having a conversation, and then they left. But right as they left, I decided I was gonna get up, and I went into the bathroom, in the bedroom, so the master bath, and I looked in the mirror, and my hair was shoulder length, which, as you can see is not the case, and it horrified me because I've worked very hard by doing nothing. I've spent a lot of time growing this out, and I had like an awareness in the dream that that wasn't correct for my hair to be that short. So I was like, no, this isn't right. Like, did I cut my hair? Like, what happened? And then I exited the bathroom, and to leave the bedroom, you turn left and walk out. But I saw out of the corner of my eye to the right, somebody standing there. And it was the back, they were facing away from me, so I saw the back of their head. And their hair was also shoulder length. However, at about the shoulder length mark, the end of their actual hair, were a bunch of little hair ties. And the purpose these hair ties were serving was to tie my hair that had been stolen onto the ends of their hair, so that their hair would be as long as mine was before they stole it. And so I was looking at this and I registered that they had stolen all my hair and tied it to their hair. And then they slowly turned their head around and their eyes were purely white, and they just lunged forward at me. And I tried to scream, but my voice did not work. And then I woke up. I guess it doesn't sound that scary when I describe it. It was like horror movie level, okay? Creepy little girl steals my hair, turns around, her eyes are pure white, and she lunges forward at me to kill me or something. I don't know. It was very scary. Although I guess I can't say it's the scariest dream I've ever had, because I have a lot of nightmares. Man, chocolate really makes you thirsty, you know? Well, I hope you enjoyed the sleepover. It wasn't the most interesting because I wasn't particularly prepared, but I did enjoy doing this. And I think I want to continue having occasional sleepover installments on my channel, because I think this is a good format for making really simple, easy, cozy desserts. Like, there have been a lot of recipes that I've wanted to try that I haven't made for the channel because there's no like art component, there's no decoration component, so I know that the video, if I were to just make the recipe straight up, it would only be like 6 minutes long. But if I do it like this, and we get to hang out a little bit and have a little chat, then I think it all works out. So that's pretty exciting, new development for Tiny Treatery as a brand. If you did enjoy the sleepover segment, or at least the concept of the sleepover segment, please comment below things you would want me to talk about or give my thoughts on in the sleepover segment, because this was very erratic and unplanned. But if I had a topic that was requested, then I would know that people are interested and it would be a lot more fun. But I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more baking adventures.